matching this network design using a Smith chart. As shown in this figure, if here source is connected, Vs is connected to the load impedance ZA using a transmission line Z0. If there is a impedance matching is there in this circuit, you can introduce a matching network wherever impedance matching is needed. For example, if ZA is not matched with the Z0, we are introducing a matching network at this position. So as shown in this figure, assuming this ZA is matched with the Z0, and also assume this Z0 is a real value. So now matching network we are introducing next to the load impedance ZL. By introducing this matching network, we should bring the input impedance between these two terminals equal to the Z0, or normalized impedance Zin must be equal to 1. As we discussed in the previous topic, this matching network consists of reactive elements like this. So next to the load impedance, next to the impedance ZL, we are adding some reactive elements like this, like a series element and shunt element. By adding like this, right, either it may be a single element or two elements or maybe three elements. We have to add next to the load impedance ZL like this. Thereby adding like this, we can bring the input impedance between the terminal 2 equal to characteristic impedance Z0. So in impedance matching, we need to add some reactive elements like this. Reactive elements means inductor and capacitor. Any of this combination we have to add next to the load impedance ZL. So by adding like this, looking into the terminal like this, input impedance must be equal to Z0. So here the elements, number of elements, maybe two element, one single element may be added next to the ZL, or three elements may also needed in some cases to bring the impedance between these two terminal equal to Z0. That depends upon the value of ZL. So the impedance matching means we have to add some reactive elements, maybe single element to two element, maybe in shunt or series, or maybe three elements. So like that we have to add some reactive elements next to the load impedance ZL. So to get the values of these impedance, the reactive elements is a difficult one through analytical equations, because the length of the equations may be very big, or the numbers may be complex in nature to simplify the equations. So difficult to get the values of elements added to the added here. So to get values of these elements to elements values, we can use a Smith chart. Using Smith chart, we can easily find the values of elements whichever added. It may be a single element or two elements or three elements. We can add also, there may be any combination like a series combination, shunt combination. We can easily obtain the values of these components using Smith chart, because here the elements may be based on the load impedance ZL. We may need to add one element like this, one element, or it may be two elements, or it may be a series and shunt combination also. So to get all these values, it is easier to use a Smith chart instead of analytical equations. So in the next topic, we will see how to get the values of these elements using a Smith chart. Here impedance matching using one element. As we saw here, based on the value of load impedance ZL, it may need only one element to get a impedance here equal to Z0, or it may need two elements, or it may be three element. Now we will see here one element, when we can use a one element to get a impedance matching here. Now consider this circuit here. In this circuit, load impedance ZA is connected to the transmission line. Here the assume this load impedance given itself is a normalized one. So the impedance between the terminal 2 it is equal to ZA, that is 1 plus J1. So if you plot this, so Zin is equal to ZA. If you plot Zin on the Smith chart as shown in this figure, if you plot that Zin on the Smith chart, it is at this position. here. As we can see here, it is not coinciding at the center of the Smith chart here. So this is not a matched one. ZIN is not matched with the characteristic impedance Z0. So there is a reflection here. So we have to add some component, reactive component next to the element ZA. Here we have to add. Thereby we can bring this input impedance equal to Z0. So that how to get that component here from the Smith chart we will see now. So we mark the element, we mark the impedance ZA on the Smith chart here. This is a ZA. So this is not coinciding here. So we have to add some element to this, reactive element to this impedance to bring it to the value at B. So as we studied in the previous topic, we can add reactive elements to the impedance here, to this point impedance, either by moving on the resistance circles like this or reactance circles passing through the point A. This is a point A. To this point, through this point A, that is a load point now, existing load point. To this load impedance value, we can add a reactive element by moving from this point on the resistance circle like this, the one which is passing through the point A. We can move over this resistance circle like this, or we may move like this also, over a conductance circle passing through the point A. So this is a conductance circle like this, it is passing through the point A, and also resistance circle passing through the point A. So from here we may move over a resistance circle like this in the clockwise direction like this, or in the anti-clockwise direction, or we can move over a conductance circle like this. It is passing through the point A in the anti-clockwise direction or in the clockwise direction like this. By moving like that, we will be adding some element to the point A. Now we have to think in which direction we have to move and over which circle we have to move from here, from this point. Okay, so our intention is we should bring the impedance at this point equal to the center of the Smith chart. You should bring the impedance to the Z is equal to 1. So you should see in which circle, over which circle we have to move from here to reach this point B. So from here, for example, if you move over a constant conductance circle, this is a conductance circle passing. If you move from here in the clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction over the conductance circle, we will be not reaching the center of the Smith chart. We do not reach this point. Similarly, from here, if you move in the clockwise direction, then also you do not reach the center of the Smith chart. That is, if you so no use if you move over a conductance circle from A, either in the anti-clockwise direction or in the clockwise direction, need not to move, because we will not reaching the center of the Smith chart. Okay, so we have to see now moving on resistance circle. From here, if you move in the clockwise direction, we are not reaching the center of the Smith chart. We do not reach this point. So from here, if you move like this, we do not reach. So what only the option is, from here we should move here on the resistance circle in the anti-clockwise direction. Then we will be reaching this point. So from here now move like this over a resistance, from the point A move over a resistance circle and reach the point B. Stop here. So from A we move to the point B. Thereby we are adding some reactive element. If you add that reactive element, you will be reaching the center of the Smith chart. So impedance match you will be getting. So from A we are moving on a resistance circle in the anti-clockwise direction that adds a capacitor, as we discussed in the previous topic. So from A Z, this is the point. So you add this capacitor. So move A to B. From A you move over a resistance circle, we will be reaching the center of the point. You stop here. From A you move to point B in the anti-clockwise direction on the resistance circle. So that adds the capacitor like this. So if you now the input impedance is equal to 1. So ZA is there previously, that is 1 plus 1J. Now by adding this, the input becomes, it is equal to 1. So we added a capacitor like this. By adding capacitor, that is by moving over a resistance circle in the anti-clockwise direction, we got a input impedance is equal to 1. So that movement from A to B adds a capacitor like this. We can find the value of that C by reading the reactance value at this position and reactant at the position, and we will find the X value that we have to substitute in the equation as we discussed in the previous topics to get the value of C. That is moving on a resistance circle in the anti-clockwise direction adds the capacitor. The value of C we can find using equation that we discussed in the previous topic. So using that equation we can find the value of C. So impedance match we will be getting like this. So for any given impedance, from given impedance like A, we have to see in which direction we have to move from the point A and over which circle we have to move to reach the center of the Smith chart. Thereby we can find out the component value easily from the Smith chart. Now for example, if the point is this ZC, that is 0.5, if the impedance, load impedance is equal to this 0.5 plus j 0.5. For example, this point, this is the point C, load impedance is this. Now for impedance matching, for example, this is the point ZC. If you want to match the impedance this, if the point impedance marked is at this position, we have to see in over which circle we have to move from here. So for example, for this load point, if you move on a resistance circle, this is a resistance circle passing through the point C. So if you mark over this circle, we will not reaching the center of the Smith chart. So we need not to move over this R circle over the Smith chart, because if you move from C, if assuming this is a load impedance, C is the load, that is 0.5 plus j 0.5. If you move over a constant resistance circle either in the clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise direction like this, we do not reach the center of the one. So do not move over this. Now from point C, there is a conductance circle is also passing like this. Now assume from C you move in the anti-clockwise direction, then we do not reach a center of the Smith chart, so we cannot move from in this direction also. But if you move from C over a conductance circle like this, the one passing through the point C, if you move over like this in the clockwise direction, from here you move in the clockwise direction, you will be reaching the center of the Smith chart B. So from C we should move like this over a constant conductance circle, that is R is equal to C, G is equal to 1 circle here. The conductance circle, this G is equal to 1, it is passing through the point C. So from here we should move in the clockwise direction to reach the B. Then we will be reaching the center of the Smith chart. So that is the solution. So from C to B we move over a conductance circle. Over a conductance circle in the clockwise direction we are moving. So that adds a capacitor in shunt like this. So if a impedance is ZC like this, by moving over conductance circle like this, we will be getting the impedance matching. So ZC is the load. So by moving from year to year on the conductance circle, we reach the center of the Smith chart. So that is adding a capacitor in shunt. So that brings the input impedance is equal to 1. So we will be getting a impedance match like this. So for this load ZC, this is the solution here. Okay, like that we can get a component value here by moving. So the value of this capacitor we can find by finding the what is the B value here and what is the B value here, and that you substitute in the equation as we discussed in the previous topic. You will be getting the value of this component. So that is a solution if the load is this value 0.5 plus j 0.5, that is as shown in here. For example, another example, for example, this is a load point D. A load point D is 1 minus j point. 1 minus j point means this is the point here. 1 is a resistance circle here. This is a minus point. This point, load is this point. Then the solution is we should here we have to move from here on the resistance circle like this to reach the point B. Okay, moving on, conductance circle will not give a solution for this problem. So from here, if you on the resistance circle, this is a resistance circle passing through the point D. This is a resistance circle passing through the point D. So for the, if the load is D, this position, you should move like this, clockwise direction over the resistance circle, reach the point B. You will be getting the solution. So that is nothing but we are moving in the clockwise direction on the resistance circle. It starts a series inductor like this. So we can get a impedance matching here. Impedance match is that will be 1. So for if the load is like this, we can move like this, but we cannot move like this. See, we cannot move like this because we do not reach a center of the Smith chart if you move in the anti-clockwise direction. So from D, we should move only in the clockwise direction. Then you will be reaching the center of the Smith chart. And also it is on the resistance circle we have to move. Then only we are reaching here. So like that, by adding inductor for this impedance, we can get a impedance match here. So that is you can easily obtain the values of like inductor, like these elements, what to be added next to the load impedance. This is a load impedance, like ZC is a load, ZB is a load, ZA is the load. Next to that, what element we have to add and what is the value of that component, we can easily find the Smith chart. So now, as we discussed in this examples, in these examples, this example, the point like a C, A and D, the impedances are on the G is equal to 1 circle, or they are on the R is equal to 1 circle, as observed from here. See this point D, this is on R is equal to 1 circle, D is on R is equal to 1 circle. Similarly, A is on R is equal to 1 circle, R is equal to 1 circle. C is also C is also on the C is on G is equal to 1 circle. C is on G is equal to 1 circle. To reach the point B, the solution, the way the path is only we have to move either on the R is equal to 1 circle or G is equal to 1 circle. Then only we will be reaching the point B. So our load points in these examples are already on the R is equal to 1 circle and G is equal to 1 circle. For example, load C is on the G is equal to 1 circle. So we can easily move from C to B. Similarly, this load point A, it is on the R is equal to 1 circle. We can easily move from here to B. We can find the component value. Similarly, D also, it is on the R is equal to 1 circle. You can easily move here like this. So your load points are on either G is equal to 1 circle like this, G is equal to 1 circle, or they are on the R is equal to 1 circle like this. Then one component is enough like this to get the impedance match. Input impedance match we can get easily by adding one component. As we did now, one component is enough to get the impedance matching. So either if the load is A, we moved from here to here, we stopped. That means from A on the resistance circle, we moved like this to reach the point B. So we are moving on resistance circle in the anti-clockwise direction. It starts a capacitor that gives a solution. Similarly, if the load is C, we moved on conductance. G is equal to 1 circle because the C is already on the G is equal to 1 circle. We moved from C in the clockwise direction and we reached B. That is adding a shunt element like this. Similarly, here this D is already on the R is equal to 1 circle. So we moved here in the anti-clockwise direction and it adds an inductor like this. So one component is enough to reach the one moment from here to reach the B is enough. So we are having only one element is needed to get a impedance match in these all load problems. If the load values are lies on the G is equal to 1 circle like this, R is equal to 1 circle like this, one element is enough to get a impedance matching, as we saw here. As we observed here, one element is enough to reach the point B. Now, for example, That is called as one element matching. We can do like this. If the impedance values, load impedance values or impedance values are on G is equal to, R is equal to one circle, or G is equal to one circle, we can add only one. We may add only one element to get the impedance matching, like this circuits. Now, if impedance point is not on R is equal to one circle or G is equal to one circle, then for example like this point E, as we observed here, to get a impedance matching, what we are doing, from this from the load point we are moving in the moving on conductance circle like this over this, either in the anti-clockwise direction or in the clockwise direction, or over a resistance circle like this passing through the point. Either you can move like this or like this, but our intention is should reach the center of the Smith chart. But if you observe this point E, if you move on either a resistance circle like this is a resistance circle passing through the point E. If you move in the clockwise direction, we are not reaching the center of the Smith chart. Similarly, even you move in this direction, we do not reach the center of the Smith chart. So that is not a solution. Similarly, even we move on a conductance circle, this is a conductance circle, this is not G is equal to one circle, this is a G is equal to two circle. Even you move over this in the clockwise direction, we do not reach the center of the Smith chart. This is not a B point, so it is some other point, so we are not reaching the center of the Smith chart, so we cannot move like this also. Similarly, even you move, it is not a solution because we are not reaching the center of the Smith chart. So in this case, like this, similarly for the, if the load is like this, from here even you move like this, we are not reaching. Even you move like this, we do not reach the center of the Smith chart. For example, at point P, if you move from here over a resistance, this is a resistance circle, this resistance circle is R is equal to 2 circle. So if you move over here, we are not reaching center of the Smith chart. Similarly, if you move like this, we do not reach the center of the Smith chart. Even in conductance circle also, we cannot reach a center of the Smith chart. Similar to here, we do not reach center of the Smith chart. When you move either clockwise or anti-clockwise resistance circle, similarly we do not reach center of the Smith chart, like B, moving over this conductance circle for this point. Okay, in such a cases, we have to go for two element matching. That we will be discussed in the next topic.